Hey Creative Babes, want to thank you for watching another episode of Creative Events YouTube channel. So here we are so excited for this Bikini Bottom birthday. So in this episode, we are doing SpongeBob, and we want to talk about the 6 different ways that you can add details to your event. So one of the first one is add effects. So we know that SpongeBob is underwater, so the effects we added was streamers for like the water effect, jellyfish for like the swimming jellyfish up under the water. Also, we add effects like bubbles as well. You can add bubbles and under the sea. I also added some wow features, the marquee number, custom backdrop, and some custom character cutouts. So we wanted to add some scenery. So I did my research and I went and watched old episodes of SpongeBob to make sure I added the infamous scenes from the cartoon, like the Krabby Patty house, the chum bucket. Also, I made sure I added plates, etc., that would reference my theme. So I added as much details as possible. The hamburger, of course, the best friend, Patrick, Gary, the snail. 1 year later is the infamous signage, of course, you want to use. And I also used other things like treasure boxes, pearls and treasures, the sailor wheel. Also, I wanted to add details to my table. So what I did was I added fishing nets, of course, because we are under the sea here. So, and I also want to stay within my color scheme for the traditional colors for SpongeBob. So the different blues for the water effect, a little bit of green for the algae, and a little bit of yellow, of course, for SpongeBob. So I wanted to make sure everything was balanced out, everything made sense in the room. So again, I'm showing you these features that I added to the table settings. You see here, I added some SpongeBob plates, themed plates, and we placed black under them so they can stand out, but something like an outline. So you really want to make sure you do your research and focus on certain scenes in your cartoon theme, so you can be in budget as well. So here I wanted to focus on, of course, the main characters on the tables: SpongeBob, Patrick, Krabs, Plankton, and of course, Mad Old Squidward. So this is what I did for the tables. We mixed up the decor, mixed up the textures on the centerpieces and on the table pieces, so that we can give that that rugged look. These are customized items here for the centerpieces where it was handmade. My team did a great job with executing the vision for our client. This is the Krabby Patty house. So we did have fun with this. It was something different for us, and by it being the beginning of the year, it was very exciting with starting out the year right. So you know, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right. That's what they say, right? So that's what we're trying to make sure that we supersede our clients' expectations. So let's talk about some of the centerpieces. So we did include the Krabby Patty restaurant. On the restaurant, it is outlined in very detail with fishing nets on the side, the water look effects on the windows, on the doors, as well as the cartoon characters placed on each side of them, and the Krusty Krab lettering was hand cut out as well. And we wanted to use something that was like texture, because you know, under the sea, it's all about rugged, it's molded, algae, and everything is kind of deformed, right? So we wanted to make sure we incorporated as much detail as possible, especially when you're doing kid events. You want to make sure that you're using something that's giving them some type of visual, especially when they're watching the cartoon all the time, so they can know what they're looking at. So here, this is the custom backdrop and the custom balloon design. The custom balloon designs, I did have like about 4 of them. I did have some cake pillars here on the side where I have seen a pillar cover with SpongeBob tie on it. So I had to include this because the client's treat maker and cake maker, she did her thing. You hear me? Those right there are cupcakes. So thank you all for watching. Until the next event, make sure you book Creative Event Studio for your next event coming up soon.